Hello, William. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. That's me in the basement, just kind of showing you where we're at, giving you a little orientation. There's that clean out on the main sewer stack pipe. ABS, black plastic pipe to start off with. Pretty typical for when the house was built. My guess is that this pipe has never been cleaned. Typically with plastic pipe, it's not a normal part of regular upkeep and maintenance in a house. If it's an older pipe, cast iron especially, it's rough and coarse and tends to collect stuff. This you'll see up ahead that there is a little bit of buildup on the bottom that, as I'm pushing the camera through, it dislodges some of the buildup, and then you'll see that there's a little bit of a backup. It's starting that whitish section right there, right? So that's the bottom of the pipe, obviously where the water is. A little bit more buildup right there, but now that's me kind of pushing it along, right? So if you can imagine pushing this camera, which is kind of long, it's about 2 inches in diameter, 12 inches long, and it's got a cable off the back of it. Pushing that through like sand or dirt or silt, it's going to basically do that. Now I stopped for a second. I wanted to turn on some water to see if I could just flush it away. It'll take me a few tries to get it. But for the most part, it'll be dislodged and it'll go away, right? It'll go down the drain. You'll also notice on the return trip coming back out of the pipe, there's the water coming on, obviously. Coming back out of the pipe, for the most part, the water will have dissipated by then. Not completely, but it would take a while for it to go completely away. So again, there's the buildup. I mean, could you have the pipe cleaned? Yeah. I mean, I would say, maybe at some point in the next 12 to 36 months, it might be something that you would want to do. Again, because it's a plastic pipe, I don't think it's really overly mandatory that you do. It's not going to be like you're going to create backups or any kind of drainage issues in there. But if you're looking to spend $300 to $500 on something that's really not fun to spend money on, you definitely could do it. Bear with me on this. It'll take me a moment to get going again, get past this. I want to just kind of clear it out as much as I can. I'm going to go forwards and backwards. I'm going to turn the water off and on a few times to try to clear it off again. Flush the toilet in the downstairs bathroom. Run the water in the utility sink. That's what's happening right now. So pulling back a little bit to get a little bit better view. Going forward to see if I've gotten it cleared out. Almost there. That's that guy right there. It's got some weight to it. But we'll eventually push it far enough down that the slope of the pipe will get rid of it, or it'll break up into pieces. That's your transition right there, right at about 60 to 63 feet. Transition to PVC. So, and again, this water right here is already starting to dissipate and to drop. Picture's a little bit foggy. Obviously, we're dealing with water in a not so clean pipe. But all in all, things are looking pretty good. The PVC section, for whatever reason, is a little bit cleaner. We're starting to bend down, right? So making some downturns. That's a clear indicator that we're coming to the end, right? There's usually a few step downs that will run through prior to getting to the city connection. I would imagine it's another 10 to 15 feet from where we stop, which is right about here or here. Yeah. This is the full length of the cable that I've got on my machine. So not going any further than that. You see the functional flow below you, right? So water's draining nicely. Really no big concerns with this pipe. Everything looks pretty solid. I do keep the camera rolling as I pull back. Feel free to watch the return journey. Read through the written report. There's some recommendations, things to understand. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always happy to be a resource.